As an African, watching the AFCON finals yesterday, I was completely embarrassed by how CAF have messed up our continental, tournament. This was a disgraceful event. A disgrace. Some people might say, oh no, how can you come into such conclusion? When this tournament started, we praised Morocco. Oh, great infrastructure. Oh, wow, the training facilities are incredible and all that stuff. And the tournament started with praising the officials. Oh, they're like, great officiating. The referees are finally, coming up to par with their counterparts in Europe and probably South America or whatever. The officiating was, good. In the group stage, in the early rounds of the tournament, a lot of people were surprised that, oh, what is happening? This time around, things were good. So you see, I'm giving credit that, okay, when we started, things were moving, slowly. The moment I started realizing some crazy stuff was when we were playing Morocco, Cameroon versus Morocco. And that's when I started asking myself, like, what is going on here? Every 50-50 challenge is against Cameroon. Even the ones that the Moroccan player are going to, inflict on the Cameroonian player is going to be blown against Cameroon. A foul that is supposed to be for Cameroon will be instead against us. Then I started asking myself, like, oh boy, is there something cooking? Did something cook behind the scene before these guys came over here? Because, like, what is happening? I did not understand. Mind you, Morocco played a great football match. I'm not saying that, oh no, but the officiating was terrible. And the fact that CAF selected those referees, and before that match, there was a referee that was supposed to take care of the officiating of the match between Cameroon and Morocco. But guess what? The Moroccan FA requested that they should change the referee of that match. Who does that? Who does that? And CAF went ahead to change the ref. Why? Because the referee was from Algeria. And Morocco did not want a ref from Algeria to officiate the match between Cameroon and Morocco. Instead, where Cameroonians, we're talking about, this ref is coming from Algeria, their neighbors and stuff like that. Is it going to be good? But we're quiet. We're like, okay, it's football. Anything can happen. But these guys went ahead and said they should request that they should change the referee. And CAF, the organization that does not care about any other country, decided that, they're going to do everything to ensure that Morocco win the African Nations Cup. But God did not let that happen, because that would have been the biggest robbery in the history of football. Not even African football, in the history of football. Like, what happened yesterday was a build-up of a lot of things throughout this event. And that did not end there. Okay, you appointed the referee, whether it's from Mauritania or which country the guy was from. And he comes there and is blowing everything against Cameroon. Morocco had 13 players on the field. That was crazy. So 11 players, not even 13. I've even said 13. They had like 15 players on the field, because you have the ref plus the players. That is 12. The two linesmen, how many is that? 15. 12, 14 plus the VAR, the VAR. That's 15 rather. So you have 11 players. You got the ref. You got the two linesmen, and you got VAR. That is insane. Insane. You see how these guys cooked up and Cameroon lost the match. We took our loss. We took our L and went home. But we knew that there were a lot of things that happened during that game that was unjust and it was messed up. The penalty when the Moroccan player kicked Mbuemo in the box was not given. Had it been that penalty was given, it would have been a different ball game. It would have been a different game. But they don't give us. Okay, finally, no problem. Against Nigeria, Morocco against Nigeria, we still experience some of the crazy things again. then that's when I was like, oh, there's something. These guys are doing something behind the scene. Nigerians were praising during the match after the match against Cameroon versus Morocco. Some Nigerians were like, oh no, the Cameroon did not lose the match because of the officiating. We say, okay, no problem. Their own time came forth, and guess what? Some of them started complaining about the officials, and then now they started bringing reference, using Cameroon as reference. Like, oh, the match between Morocco and Cameroon, the same thing happened. But the same you said, oh no, nothing happened. The officials they did their job, blah blah blah, whatever. That did not end there, and the finals was set. Morocco versus Senegal. Everyone was waiting, and they knew that it's going to be a blockbuster event. And CAF did not ensure that the Senegalese national team had efficient or sufficient security. And for them to go to Rabat, where the finals took place, they had to go through a train station. While the other team, Morocco, they're enjoying the security, they're flying to whatever place they're going to. This national team, the Senegalese national team, had to go through the train station. These guys were playing mind games to try to make sure that, the Senegalese team will get to the pitch and they're not going to play some quality football. But I love the resilience of the Senegalese people. They were not faced by that. You see, when they got to the airport, everybody around. And then I was looking at them. I'm like, these are world-class players. And you just let them like that. That is why Patrice Motsepe should be ashamed of himself. Patrice Motsepe, he has done some good things for African football. I'm going to give him that. Before, I did not even know that this guy is going to even run for CAF president. I didn't know that because I knew him as a business tycoon. One of the biggest business entrepreneurs in South Africa. And he has done a lot of great things. And he's one of the billionaires in Africa to pledge their world. And I was like, yeah, he's a great businessman. He came in, he tried his best, but come on, this cannot be happening under your leadership. It's insane and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. In as much as we're going to praise you, you have done some good things, but you got to take responsibility for all this mess. Like at the biggest stage, CAF got to select the best officials, the best referees to take care of the biggest matches because the whole world was watching. And look at what we displayed. Look at what we displayed. You're not going to give Senegal good security. You treat them as if they're not professional footballers. And then the training session, you wanted them to go train in the same facility with the Moroccan national team so that they're going to monitor and see all their tactics and know what they're going to do on the pitch to give Morocco more advantage. They said no. Big shout out to the Senegalese FA for refusing and saying they need a new space. Because, come on, what is this? Everything is about mind game. You want to win a tournament, instead for you to go to the pitch and win fair and square, you want to play mind game, try to control people mentally, And to the Moroccan people, I really appreciate you guys for your hospitality, but you guys did some crazy things. Football justice was served. You see, the goalkeepers always put their towels because it's really wet in Morocco, especially yesterday, the finals. The rain was pouring out there like crazy. For those of you who watched it, you will have seen that it was raining yesterday in Morocco. And those goalkeepers always, you wipe your hands so that way their hands are not slippery. But guess what? When they put their towels there, those guys, those ball boys come take it away. You even see Hakimi tossing it to those guys. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the funny thing is, it has been happening throughout the tournament. And we have not heard any official statement from CAF saying anything about it. But the moment someone do anything that is going to oppose Morocco, they're going to sanction that person. They're going to sanction the person. But we have not heard any sanction going towards the Moroccan FA or anything concerning Morocco. It's the other African country. So every problem is coming from the other countries, not Morocco. Morocco has done nothing. That is why CAF is so messed up. And as I'm talking now, I just got breaking news that the coach of the Senegalese national team have been sanctioned or suspended by CAF. Just imagine. CAF is so messed up. Messed up. That has been suspended by CAF, and they don't know the duration of how long he's going to be out for. But trust me, in as much as they've suspended that guy, because CAF is so messed up, he's a hero, not only to Senegal, but to African football. Because that daylight robbery was insane. I applaud his courage for telling his players to leave the fee. And I also applaud Sadio Mané for his leadership to go bring them. But that was just a lesson to these African referees who think that they have the right to destroy the image of Africa, because it was insane. I'm going to highlight the goal. I'll show you the goal. But afterwards, I'm going to show you that a lot of events that happened after the match. It did not end during the match. After the match, a press conference, you're going to see some things that happened. Things that I'm going to show you some footage. You're going to see what happened. Let's highlight the goal first. What a goal. Let's watch. You see, what a beautiful goal. What a beautiful goal. Oh, man. Shout out to Senegal. Shout out to Senegal. The whole Africa, are solidly behind you. We are solidly behind you for everything you went through yesterday. Oh, boy. Even the Senegalese fans, they said, oh, Lord, nothing will happen. I don't condone violence. I'm not going to encourage violence. But standing up for their people was very, very important. Because you can't tell me that a beautiful game like this will be destroyed by a referee that does not even know what the hell he's doing. And CAF will pick the worst officials. I don't know if it's Moroccan if it's the Moroccan FA who is handpicking the officials that won in their matches. You don't even trust your players. You have world-class players. Let them go out and do the job. I know the pressure is too much, playing in front of your home crowd. You want to do the best, to make sure you lift the trophy. But let's do it fair and square. Fair and square. Don't be doing all these mind games, all these tactics, all this. Bro, I don't see any reason why any African Nations Cup should be hosted in Morocco again. I'm hearing reports about the 2028 African Nations Cup going to Morocco. And the conditions, based on the rumors or allegedly, was that if the Morocco will only host it, they will only accept to host it only if Morocco wins the African Nations Cup. CAF, come and explain yourself. Come and explain yourself. Is that true? Because if it's true, it shows how everything has been playing out. It shows the kind of things that we've been seeing throughout this tournament. Starting from the Cameroon game that I watched, I did not watch the other Moroccan games. I started watching Morocco game from the Cameroon game. So you see, CAF is a messed up organization right now. They have to do some serious PR campaign, to get past this thing, because they've put a stain on African football by all the mismanagement and the terrible decisions leading up to this moment, because it was insane. Insane. I'm not going to blame the Senegalese coach for taking that decision. But let's watch what happened afterwards. You're going to see the Senegalese coach will come out to do a press conference. Every match, after every match, there's a press conference. It's a normal routine, a normal tradition in football. But you're going to see the disgraceful behavior of the Moroccans. Disgraceful behavior. And you tell me how that is sportsmanlike conduct. Let's watch.
Non, tu sors d'abord la vidéo, non, tu sors.
As you can see, he was booed and he was escorted out of the press conference room. So they did not even let him do the press conference. You see how disgraceful that is? And what did CAF do? Nothing. CAF, nothing. Instead, you go ahead and sanction him. I don't have a problem with sanctioning him. But if you're sanctioning him, you have to also sanction the other people on the Moroccan side. So Morocco had nothing to do with all these things. Abi? That is crazy. But you know, in the midst of all these journalists, these Moroccan journalists trying to do all that stuff, you know, there was a Nigerian in the room. And you know, Nigerian the carry last. Ladies and gentlemen, this Nigerian lady, she poured them spit. She poured them spit. She showed them pepper. Let's watch and hear what she had to say. Oh boy, I love Nigeria. Let's watch.
But he worked for it, he deserves it.
Yeah.
We have interview to do. We have deadlines. We could not do fun engagement because we are scared to go outside. And then you're telling me that the man will not be interviewed. What is wrong with you? So losers and unprofessional. Unprofessional. When you beat Nigeria, did we act like this?
Yeah.
Love this, my Nigerian sister. No, she was, you know, Africa speaking, because the whole Africa was behind that our Nigerian lady, Nigerian sister. Oh boy, you know, very disgraceful behavior from the Moroccan journalists. Just imagine, after every match that the Morocco win and the opponents do the same thing against the Moroccan coach or something, it's going to be a major incident. And CAF will sanction those journalists. But now that they are Moroccan journalists, CAF, quiet. They don't do anything about it. Why? Because they're trying, you know, to please Morocco. Ooh. Yeah, they're trying to please Morocco because they're hosting the AFCON. And they have world-class stadium, world-class infrastructure, world-class thunder, fire. This so-called CAF leaders. What the hell is this? A whole tournament that, you know, everybody was behind. You guys have destroyed it. We're about to grade this as one of the best AFCON. But let all these events, you know, not take away the hard work of the players. Let this not take away the hard work of the players. You guys did a fantastic job. I know there's some major incident off the pitch that contributed to some of the noise that people are speaking up right now. But you guys did the best, you know. You showed that Africa got class, you know. Shout out to the Senegalese team, the Moroccan team too. It's not all the players in Morocco that I have issues with, but there were some players that did some crazy things, especially with that towel, that I don't like that behavior. It is not sportsman-like conduct. That is not what Africa should be showcasing to the world. It is absurd. But I really appreciate every single country that participated in this AFCON. Let these major incidents not wipe away the sweat, the sacrifice, the fighting spirit, the grit, the determination that you guys showed on the pitch. It was world class. These officials, these bad referees should not take away, you know, that great, you know, determination and fighting spirit that you guys displayed or showed us as the African people and the world at large, because a lot of people from the world were watching this AFCON. So I really appreciate you guys. And to the dude, the Patrice Lumumba, man, you put Africa on the map again. You know, doing that stuff on 90 minutes, 120 minutes, 130 minutes. Bro, only you can do that thing. Only in Africa can you see such display. I really appreciate each and everybody who watched the AFCON, who enjoyed this tournament, who supported the tournament in one way or the other. We know there's some major incidents, but let us concentrate on the football, on the pitch, and appreciate those players for what they did in showcasing African football. But we're still going to condemn the referee and CAF for trying to destroy this tournament. Shout out to Senegal. Shout out to Senegal. Salam alaikum. Malaikum salam. I don't know how to speak Arabic. But anyways, I really appreciate you guys. Man, you guys did a fantastic job. Justice was served yesterday. African football is proud of the Senegalese people. Inshallah. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Au revoir.